Tell me about you saw the, if I can say, uproar about what happened, or about the what people saw as the cleanliness or the uncleanliness of the encampment area. Tell me about it.
I came home. I've been homeless since November of last year. I've been trying to keep it clean down here. Don't know who did it, but somebody came down and tossed my tent and destroyed the area. I've been trying to clean it up the best I can. I have really bad anxiety and depression. So when they tossed the tent, I fell into a really bad depression. I didn't clean it properly, let's say. I am sorry about that to anybody that lives in this area. I'm not that type of person. I really generally do keep myself clean and keep this area clean. From now on, I will.
Two
But
tents in the area. Like, is there somebody else as well?
yes, there's a friend of mine that does stay with me. Uh, his name, Glenn.
Okay. They, how long have you been here for?
I've been here since March.
How's it been like?
Uh, Quiet, I will say quiet most times. People don't really bug me about anything other than the mess, of course, what happened. But other than that, nobody bugs. Everybody thinks I'm actually generally a nice guy. So that's a good thing. I've had a couple other campers down here a couple times that said that they're fine down here with me. So that's a good thing.
And if you don't mind me asking, why do you have all the books and all the DVDs? Like, as I say, by all
Because
means.
I read. Was planning to get a little generator to watch DVDs because it does get boring down here when you don't have anything. But that's why I have a lot of books and the DVDs.
And again, if you don't want to answer, like,
No, that's
forgive
fine.
me the question, but there were a number of needles around here.
Yes.
Can I ask
okay.
you?
I had put away in my tent. I do have a drug problem. I'm trying to get clean. I am. But being homeless, it's really hard. But they shouldn't have been out. They should have been in my tent in the spot. But since the guy tossed the tent, he tossed everything else, including that stuff.
Have services been offered to you?
Not really, other than this gentleman here. And I do have forecasts helping me, but it's really hard right now. Trying to find a place and everything, it's really hard. We're trying to, I heard about a motel that they'll put me in for like 3 months and then something like that. We're trying to get the way of getting that figured out right now.
Where do you want to be in life? Like
I would like to have a relationship and get on my feet and get an apartment and not be homeless.
What did you do before you were homeless?
I'm an ODSP. I was living at Greenwood Towers, and somebody busted my door handle. They didn't fix it. They blamed me for doing a couple things what I didn't do, and they tossed me out. I've been out since November of last year.
Still getting ODSP?
Yes.
They so I guess it's one of these things. Is it a wait and see then, like, or?
Yeah, basically.
So it's just.
There's nothing around here for people like me. It's really hard, very hard.
Have you been to Coburg?
Yeah, Coburg's a lot worse than here for drugs and that.
What about if you don't know about this, by all means, like, and again, forgive me again, like, it's education for me.
Yeah.
What about 310 Division Street? Will that be the answer?
What's that?
It's an apartment that they're going to, like, when it opens up, the county bought it and people can go in there. But I mean, it's going to be a mixture of, if I can say, the good, the bad, and the ugly in terms of.
Yeah. Well, if there's an apartment, then I would definitely jump on it. I'm forecasting. I heard there's an apartment down here downtown. I'm going to try to get forecast to come and look at it with me and talk to them and say, listen, we help him with his rent. See, forecast pays half my rent. I just need to find a place.
If I can ask again, what's your drug of choice?
Right now, fentanyl.
Ever overdosed?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
It didn't scare you enough, though, eh? Like, this is what I mean. This is what I think people need to learn. Like, Is it the addiction that's overpowering, that even with the overdose, it's just overpowering?
Yes, yes. And the sickness. Nobody wants to go through the sickness. And nothing really. When you're on fentanyl, it's so strong that you can't really have anything else. Like even methadone it doesn't really even affect it. It's just that strong of a drug.
And how long you been using fentanyl for?
5 years.
And was it a one-time hit and then addicted right off it, or how's that work?
About a couple months and then completely addicted because I went through withdrawal and that was it. I was like, no, I can't do that ever again.
Can't do with the withdrawal?
Yeah, it's so bad. Makes you really sick. You don't move. Unless you have that next hit, your body just jolts and shakes. It's gross. Makes you just feel gross.
So for you, and again, it's great education for people, and again, this is
Yeah.
why I'm asking, but I mean, how often do you take it? Do you ever worry about overdosing again? Do you do it when you're
Of
alone?
course, everybody worries about overdosing again, but I have to do it. I have to take it at least 3 times a day.
Is that right?
You know, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once at night. So I feel good all day. Or I won't do anything, and I'll be sick and moody, and then I don't feel like doing any cleaning or anything, which is problems. Right? Like I had something today, and I'm out here cleaning the mess and getting it done, and tomorrow I'll be finishing it up. Won't be able to do it all today, but I got a good portion of it, as you've seen a couple days ago.
How can people help you, or is it you helping you?
Anybody that can, just help me look for an apartment or help me.
But even with the addiction, like, is it something that you have to do, or is
I
it,
have to do it? Yes.
like and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but with every addict, it has to be their own decision. It's
That's
like you
right.
can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him
Yeah,
drink.
that's right. Yeah, it's very hard because I'm homeless. That's the whole thing. Like he said today, if you're good in that way and do good, yes. But as soon as being out here, right, one day is a good day and one day is a complete bad day. And that bad day, I want something. And every day seems to be a bad day because I'm not getting anywhere. I want to have an apartment. I want to have a relationship. I want to be back on my feet. And it doesn't seem I'm getting that way.
And is it breaking the cycle, breaking the circle that needs to happen?
Yes.
So in other words, you're in this constant circle that even if you want to get out of it, it's so hard to get out of.
I can't get out of it. Yeah, right now I can't. And it's terrible. It's terrible. And the way people look at me and judge me because they think it's because of the drugs why I'm homeless and because of this. And it's not because of that at all. It was just a bad situation that turned out worse and I got thrown out of where I live. This isn't the only spot I've been. I was up in the woods there where that guy passed away.
Oh yeah.
I'm the one who found him after a couple days.
So he was inside and he overdosed.
Yeah, he overdosed, I guess, in his tent.
And again, he was there for a couple of days and you found them.
Yeah. And
So
that
even
really
what-
messed up my head.
And again, even what that was like as I say, but that's not enough to scare you just because of the addiction so strong.
Yes. Yep.
Wow, that's wild.
It's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It really is. I don't say I want to rewind time at all. If you didn't change anything, but this would be one thing I would change. I would never ever try fentanyl.
And that's one. Like, did you have any gateway drugs, or did you just go straight to that?
Oh no, I've done everything.
Yeah. So it just worked your way up, and then
yeah, basically.
yeah.
And then somebody said, "Hey, try this,"
And that was it.
that was it.
What's so special about it?
It just makes you feel great. It does. There's no pain or no nothing. It just makes you feel good. Like your body feels good. I was hit by a car a long time ago, so I have aches and pains.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I take that, I have no aches and pains for a good 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
but see, once you go to sleep and your body, whatever it does when you sleep, as soon as I could have it all day, feel great all day. As soon as I sleep and wake up, I'm back to normal, I need it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick
Yeah.
or my body's jolting. It sucks. As soon as I wake up, it's like, oh, I need that next hit.
Is it hard to get the drugs around here?
No. No, if you know where to go, you can get anything.
Yeah, it's just easy.
Yeah, it's just really hit here. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, a lot of people don't know how bad it is here. It's a terrible town.
And that's in Port Hope.
Yeah.
Is that
Like,
right?
I came from Oshawa to here, and I could find more drugs here than I did in Oshawa.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, it's terrible.
All right, thank you for. Can I get your age?
I am 42 years old.
Okay, thank you. Anything else that I should ask? Like,
Well,
do you want to warn people about
yeah,
this?
more, yeah. Or get some more stuff in this town. This town is boring. Not being rude for young people, though. And there's nothing really for young people, and that's why they are falling into. Like, I met a 14-year-old who was addicted to fentanyl.
Here?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Addicted to crystal meth and fentanyl. Because there's no. And I asked him why, and he goes, because there's nothing to do. I'm bored. So that's it, and that's basically my thing here. Like, I'm bored. Other than I'm addicted to it, I've been addicted for 5 years. It's boredom too that affects me.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Good. Is it possible? And again, if it's not, can I take a look just at the tent and all that stuff just to see? Is that okay?
The tent's getting.
I know it's a mess. But,
Yeah. Go ahead.
And is it okay? Like there's no needles around here?
No. It's getting done way better than it was.
Yeah. So what do you, and as I say, just talking here, what do you do with the needles now then?
I break the tips off and throw them out.
Oh, yeah. Then you use needles all the time?
Not anymore.
Forgive me, because I don't know this. How do you
I smoke. I
Okay.
generally smoke it.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you take it? Because again,
Yeah.
forgive me, I don't know.
I smoke it now. I don't do. The only time I ever do needles is if I'm doing crystal meth.
So it's fentanyl and crystal meth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will see what I'm really close to. Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the next door?
Yeah.
Same issues, same everything?
Yep. Like, it's very hard to dig yourself out of.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the problem, right? We're trying to. Me and him are good friends. Me and my neighbor there are really good friends. We've been friends for about 2 years. But the issue is, once you get into this, it's very hard to get out of it. Very hard. And Port Hope's a great town. Don't get me wrong, it is. But it's not good for finding stuff for homeless people to get out of.
And again, other than, well, and again, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I mean, Jordan has helped you, but I mean, has other people helped you? Have other services, agencies?
Other than Forecast, no. It's Jordan Forecast.
And that's it?
That's it. No.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Okay.
Jordan and then Forecast.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You were cleaning that. Tell me about what happened there, like how you started on hard drugs when you were 19?
I was with a girl that I had a child with. Ended up, I had to give my child up, and it broke me. So I went. I tried coke, went to and liked it a lot, and then went to heroin. Just boom, boom, boom. Just went to anything I could pretty much get high on.
And that was starting at 19?
Yeah, I was starting at 19.
And then you quit for 2 years, roughly?
Yep. Yeah, I got clean for 2 years. I met my ex-wife. I got clean for 2 years with her. She didn't do drugs or anything. She asked if I could get clean. I did. And then I went to a store, met up with a friend that I knew for years. She asked if I could get her something. I said, yeah. And then when I came back to the store, she handed me one of the pills I got her, and it just started everything over again. And this time I can't break it. I've tried everything to get away from these drugs, and I just can't do it.
Jason, where do you see your life going?
Hopefully in a couple of years. Actually next year I'm supposed to be moving to on a property with a friend of mine. Him, his girlfriend, and their son, and helping them out with their property, and hopefully I will be able to buy one of the acres off of them and building my life up from there. I won't be here anymore.
Are you worried though that you could die from this sometime?
Oh yeah, of course. That's anybody who's on drugs.
They know
Especially
they know
back
the
home.
repercussions, like.
Yeah. Oh, we all know it. Right?
But it's just
It's there. I've lost 25 of my friends in the last couple of years on fentanyl.
it's just the addiction so strong.
Yep. Yeah. But we all know what we're doing. We all know that this could be the last hit we ever do. The last time we ever say hi to our friends. We all know it.
Yeah.
We all, but it's the circle of how strong is the addiction? The addiction's stronger than anything else, and that's the hardest thing people can't seem to know about. Is how strong it is. And it's really strong. Like I said, I overdosed twice in 2 days.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've only ever overdosed 3 times in my entire time since 19 now up to now. But yeah, that was the scariest time. I went down one day and they put that stuff up my nose, brought me back, and then the next day I woke up, I felt great. I did another hit and dropped to the floor again within 24 hours.
People around you save you then, or how did?
Yeah, they did. They did. They called and got me the help I needed, but I come back after I think a week and right back into it again. Like it didn't scare, like it was just there.
What needs? Overall question: what needs to happen in society for this to change? Like, do we need stronger laws? Do we need better services to offer?
Yeah, better services and better look at the way we are, right? The laws won't do anything. I tell you that. Like, you go to jail, come back out, you do exactly the same thing over again. That's the hardest thing. When you go to jail and then you come back out, more likely you're going to be homeless. And then, boom. Like, when you don't have anything, that's why I'm so bad doing it. Because I don't have anything to come back to. I'm on the streets.
Yeah.
Right? And that's when you go to jail, it does the same thing. You get out of jail and basically you're on the streets if you don't have anywhere to go. So you go back to what you know, what makes you feel good. And that's what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's true. Like, the drugs make me feel good. And it's not like all day thing. It's, okay, there's a couple hours here, a couple hours there. But for those couple hours, I'm not thinking about where I'm living. I'm not thinking about the next food I'm getting. I'm thinking, I feel good for now. I'm going to lay down, have a nap, relax, get up and... Like, I do go out and try to look for apartments. I do have showers. I do keep myself generally clean. I do generally keep this spot clean other than when it got tossed. Right? That's because, like I said, I have such bad anxiety and depression because of my situation.
Yeah.
When that depression hits, it's so hard to get out.
For sure.
It makes you feel like garbage.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. It's nice meeting you. And
Mental health aspect of it, how are you doing?
I'm getting better. And I was not thinking about suicide. I have my mental health is my depression, suicidal depression. So
If I can ask, like, if you don't want to share, by all means.
no, it's fine. It's there, right? But I'm trying to get over that hump. I have people to talk to now, like Jordan and that, about it. But that's the thing. People don't understand mental health the way they should. And they don't understand, well, that's one of the reasons, another reason why I'm homeless is because of my mental health. And it's so hard to talk to people about it because they don't understand. Right? Unless you study it, like I have friends that don't even understand. Oh, it's fine, you're fine, you're fine. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Right? My mental, like one day I can wake up and talk to Jordan and have a great day and this and that. And then tomorrow I can wake up and not want to do nothing other than get high, come home and stay away from everybody because of my mental health.
Was mental health before the drugs?
Oh yeah, yeah. That was another reason why I went to drugs too, right?
Okay.
It's because of my mental health.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That seems to be a common factor.
There's
Like,
to
it's
almost
not, I guess
everybody.
maybe it's a better way to put it. It's not uncommon.
No, it's very not uncommon. But people are finally figuring it out now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, right, you'd say mental health and they go, yeah, we don't know. They didn't understand. Now people are more understanding, but still not.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people will walk by me, like I said, know I'm homeless and just shake their head about it. And it's like, well, you don't know the story or you don't know what's going through my head every day.
Well, we said don't judge the book by the cover.
That's right. I'm one of the nicest guys in the world.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
I take off my shirt for anybody, even though I'm homeless. I still do.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? I just would like people to understand. Like, I'm not doing this because I want to do this. I'm not living here because I want to. It's because right now this is what I have to do.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Jordan, just tell me about this. You've heard everything that Jason was saying. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, it's a pretty consistent story. Heard across the board with so many different folks. It's unfortunate, and I haven't been through addiction personally myself, but I can say that I sympathize, and it's just so disheartening to see that so many folks want the help. They do not want to live this life. It is not something that they enjoy. It is not something that is fun or anything like that. They want to get clean. There's just no services available to be able to do that. And we have so many people on a waiting list trying to access services, and that list increases daily of people wanting to get clean. They're sick and tired of being controlled by the substance, but there's no help available to them. All we can do is just provide support in a holding pattern type manner and keep asking for more assistance from levels of government.
And like he says that access to the drugs certainly isn't a problem.
Oh, it's so easy. It's so prevalent, and it's way more common than anybody would think. It's not like you see in movies where it's some clandestine back alley where drug deals going down. It's everywhere, and that's not because of a lack of enforcement per se. There's so many different factors, and one drug dealer gets taken down if two others pop up. It's supply and demand, unfortunately. But we're not going to get to the crux of the issue or begin to solve this until we have actual rehabilitation services. We can do all the harm reduction we want, which, don't get me wrong, it's keeping people alive. But they don't want to continue receiving harm reduction indefinitely. They want support, they want housing, they want rehab and detox services.
I never thought of it this way, really, and not that I know either way, being my age, but I mean, it seems easier to get these deadly drugs than it would be for somebody to buy, a minor alcohol.
Oh, hands down, 100%. I mean, we see it. I'm not gonna ignore the elephant in the room. A minor did overdose. It's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's right because it's absolutely abhorrent. But again, if we have all of these individuals using, statistics, are gonna say that a minor is gonna get involved. Same with drinking. If alcohol's in the house, the minor's usually gonna get access to it. And so how we solve this isn't through additional laws and enforcement. It's not gonna work, as Jason mentioned. We need to fix the root of the problem. The root of the problem is addiction.